Hello, friends. Welcome to the Summer Talkathon number 1 of this season with Movie Cafe. Today we have a good turnaround of our panelists who are going to discuss various good topics, hot topics for this hot season. We have Garima with us, we have Ajay, we have Kayo and Rakesh with us. And of course, the topic that we are going to first take up in this season of the Talkathon is Bollywood healing with films like Lapataa Ladies and Chamkila. And of course, we will discuss a bit about Hiramandi and the weekly roundup that we normally do. So first, coming to the topic, Bollywood healing. So recently, during the last month, we had a spell of that's at the box office, like Bade Miyan Chote Miyan by Maidan didn't do well, but uh, coming to low budget films and movies centered around our rural hinterland, Indian hinterland, and beautiful stories. We got gems like Lapataa Ladies and of course Chamkila, the biopic made by Imtiaz Ali on the life of Amar Singh Chamkila. So while Lapataa Ladies is a subtle take on women empowerment, their passion to pursue the dreams and aspirations, Chamkila was a biopic which centered around the underdog musician. So first we will discuss about Lapataa Ladies, a film which is made by Kiran Rao, of course under Amir Khan Productions. Kiran Rao comes to film direction after a gap of, I think, 13 years. She directed Dhobi Ghat last, and this was a wonderful film which released, in fact, in the first week of March, and it started streaming on Netflix the last week, and people have on the internet, on all the netizens have been going gaga about the film. They are appreciating the film like anything. And of course, we have a healthy list of our panelists who are going to talk about the movie. So, sabse pehle, I will go to the ladies first, right? To speak on the Lapataa Ladies. We have Garima here. Garima, of course, this question I'll ask to all our panelists today in our discussion. But Garima, first from you, I would like to know, in 3 words, can you describe the sentiment around Lapataa Ladies? What comes to your mind when you, in 3 words, when you think of Lapataa Ladies?
First of all, thank you, Evan, for having me here. And in 3 words, पहले आपने मुझसे क्या पूछा? सब मेरे question answer copy कर लेंगे. But I think finding your identity.
Finding your identity. Okay, 3 words. Right. That's a very smart catch. That's lovely. Yeah, it's about finding the true self, right? What the woman in the Lapataa Ladies, they wanted to desire. जो वो चाहते थे अपने दिल से जो चाहते थे वो करने के लिए. तो आपको इस मूवी में सबसे खास बात क्या लगा इस फिल्म में लापता लेडीज?
सबसे खास बात मुझे ये लगी कि बहुत सारे अच्छी बातें और बहुत सारे मैसेजेस उन्होंने बहुत सरल तरीके से कन्वे किए हैं, जिसमें जब आप मूवी देखते हो तो आपको ऐसे नहीं लगता कि वो बहुत ज्यादा वो दे वांट टू प्रूव देयर पॉइंट, बट बहुत ही सरलता से वो आपको लगता है कि हाँ, मतलब ये तो हो रहा है ना, ये तो हमें पता है कि ये ऐसा होता है. सो दैट इज द बेस्ट थिंग. बहुत उसके जो कैरेक्टर्स है वो इतने दीपक का जो कैरेक्टर है, जया, फूल, वो क्योंकि मैं जिस स्टेट से बिलोंग करती हूँ, हिंदी स्पीकिंग स्टेट, तो मुझे तो बहुत अपने बीच के कैरेक्टर लगते हैं कि हाँ, मतलब ये इनको शायद मैंने कहीं देखा है या सिमिलर. वो जो माई का कैरेक्टर है जो फूल दादी बोलती है, वो तो मुझे बिल्कुल ही जब भी वो बात करती है तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ, आई नो दिस लेडी. तो वो एक बहुत ही अच्छी बात थी, बहुत ही प्यारी सी एंड फील गुड मूवी थी, और जिसका क्लाइमेक्स भी बहुत ही अच्छे से उन्होंने सब हैप्पी एंडिंग हुआ. तो आई रियली लाइक दैट मूवी.
So you want to say that Lapataa Ladies like gets very raw, very real, though it's raw, and it also gets very real. मतलब authentic characters build कर रही हैं किरण राव इस मूवी में. Yeah, thank you very much. Coming to Ajay. Ajay, you have seen Lapataa Ladies, right? So what struck you the most in Lapataa Ladies? Do you agree that the film was at its authentic best? And what was the striking point 100%. in Lapataa Ladies? Yeah.
Well, I think first of all, it was entertaining. heartwarming. I also think it was one of the, I mean, it kind of a proof of concept to show that you don't really need very high budgeted projects
Stars.
to
Ah,
attract the audience attention, isn't it?
right.
So, I mean, I think it cleverly subverted the trope of the damsels in distress, so to speak, the key characters. I think
Yeah.
transforming them into a journey of self-discovery and emancipation. I think that's one of my words, emancipation, actually.
Right.
One of the key things that stood out for me was the veil. I don't know if that has got covered, the gungat, actually. So it kind of, I thought it was a great metaphor to peel back layers of societal expectations. I thought it presented a poignant commentary on autonomy versus tradition. Uh, Definitely a social movie. I think it was drenched in both irony and idealism, so to
Yeah.
speak. But it also served up as a humorous but introspective look at the different paths to female empowerment. Uh, I think all the way dancing, between a delicate line of feminist discourse without being very patronizing, so to speak.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
I thought I thought it was brilliant in that. I can give you my three words. I think
Yeah.
it was probably one is emancipation, definitely emancipation, I
Yes.
would say. Um, I mean, why would you say emancipation? I think it focuses on women's, the women breaking free from societal and personal constraints. The journey
Right.
was brilliant. I could relate to it, even though I'm not part
Mm.
of that ecosystem. The
Yeah.
theme is central as the characters, navigate through the traditional boundaries to, find their individual identities and voices. So emancipation is one. I would say the second one is probably transformation. I think it reflects a profound personal growth and change experienced by the characters. I mean,
Right.
throughout the film, you might have, I mean, everyone who's seen it, I think there is no denying the fact that they undergo significant transformations, which is not just altering their circumstances, but it's also about internal growth and understanding. I think the final word that probably comes to my mind is a dichotomy of, dichotomy essentially, the
Yeah.
contrast. It
Contrast.
highlights the contrast and the conflict between traditional roles and modern aspirations. It's beautifully layered, I would say.
Portrayed.
I think it's quite central to the film's plot and character development. I
Yeah.
think that probably dichotomy underscores the tension between old customs and new possibilities. The
Right.
way her, in the end, the key character kind of looks forward to the new possibilities. It's so much driven with optimism and throughout the character narrative and dynamics of the different characters, including Ravi Kishan's character. So I think those were my three words and probably a good summary of what I thought about the movie.
Thank you. Well summarized. I love the words that you used during what you spoke. I love them. I don't know whether it was coming impromptu or you had rehearsed this, you had prepared this earlier. Because,
No,
but
no,
wonderful,
no, man, I didn't rehearse it.
wonderful choice of words and
You think, oh,
wonderful summary.
I wish I had rehearsed it now.
Yeah. So coming to the men in Lapataa Ladies, we of course this is a film about women and emancipation. Why I'm not getting that word? Sorry. But coming to the men, Kayo, would you like to throw some words on the men in uh, Lapataa Ladies, and of course your top three words that you would like to describe the film?
First of all, I feel I need a dictionary now.
I know that would come somewhere.
Just, and I still don't know what does that mean, emancipation or like
Emancipation.
what?
Oh, by the way,
I
Kayo,
think
you
it's
do need to.
upliftment. Yeah. So sorry.
Yes, sorry,
Okay,
sorry to interrupt you
okay,
there,
okay,
but Emancipation is also a Will Smith movie, by the way. You need to see that.
okay. Surely in my
Okay.
watch
Okay.
list now.
Noted. Noted,
Yeah,
Ajay.
yeah. I will. And yeah, so about the three words would be like slap on patriarchy. I would rather say a sweet slap on patriarchy to add on that. And about the men of the film. So like एक है दीपक जो which is like a tender guy who's there in a patriarchal village and a family.
Right.
He like उसकी फैमिली में सब वॉचमैन ही है, तो
हाँ हाँ
उनकी सोच भी हम बोले कि उतना अवेयरनेस भी नहीं होगा, वो चीजें भी नहीं होगी उनके इसमें, और वो
राइट
भी, और
राइट
जो टाइम में सेट है, जो जगह पे सेट है, लेकिन उसमें भी जब वो आई लव यू बोलता है उसको, उसकी आंखों में जो एक लाइक बोलते हैं ना टेंडरनेस है, एक विनम्रता है,
इनोसेंस
वो
हाँ
चीज इनोसेंस है, तो वो, और वो ऐड करती है कि अंदर उसके कितना प्यार है और इज्जत है।
हम्म
तो वो चीजें किए करती तो, और इनफैक्ट जब वो लास्ट में भी जब वो उसको पता चलता है कि उसकी बीवी आ रही है, बट वो फिर भी बोलता है नहीं जया मैं नहीं छोड़ के जाऊंगा, कि तुम्हें
करेक्ट
मैं यहाँ ऐसे छोड़ के नहीं जा
जे
सकता। तो
स्टेशन है पुलिस स्टेशन में
हाँ, जबकि वो पहली बार उसका आर्क जहाँ पे वो एकदम डरा हुआ सहमा हुआ था पुलिस स्टेशन में, वहां
हम्म
से लेके उस मोड़ पे जहां वो बोलता है कि नहीं पुलिस के अगेंस्ट कि मैं नहीं छोड़ के जाऊंगा तुझे,
राइट
तो तो दैट इज लाइक हाउ ही हैज आल्सो grown during this journey and evolved with the whole process and the journey. Keeping that in mind, Ravi Kishan, amazing work. एंड उसका भी जैसे एक साइड है जहाँ पे स्टार्टिंग में जब वो किसी से रिश्वत भी लेता है तो बोलता है ठीक है चलो गा दो, तुम्हारे 10,000 कम कर देता हूँ, तो ठीक है। तो एक वो बोलता है ना कि चांद में भी दाग है, बट यहाँ उल्टा रिवर्स है कि हम देख रहे कि गलत चीज हो रही है, बट उसमें भी एक अच्छाई है कहीं ना कहीं।
हाँ राइट हाँ और वो लास्ट में उभर के भी
तो
आता है वो
हाँ, वो लास्ट में आता भी के ठीक है, उन लोग ने इतना अनरियलिस्टिक नहीं चले गए कि थप्पड़ पे ही सीधा उसको अंदर डाल दिया, ये क्या कर दिया तूने, वैसा नहीं किया उन लोगों ने।
राइट
उन्होंने
राइट
दिखाया कि वो आदमी वहां का वो जगह का है, तो वो अपने तरह से उसको छोड़ भी देता है जो वो है, क्योंकि कि वो भी उस साइड का ही है जहाँ मैन आर दी लाइक सुपीरियर एंड ऑल, वो सब चीजें है वहां पे। बट डिस्पाइट वो सब चीज होने के बावजूद वो उसको बोलता है कि ठीक है अब ये सब हो गया, अब मैं अपनी तरह से डील करूंगा, जो मैं इंसान हूँ वो। तो उन लोग ने वो भी अनरियलिस्टिक नहीं दिखाया है। एक और और जो है एक छोटू, जो शायद ज्यादा छोटू और
दादी माँ
अब्दुल
के
जो
साथ
है
रहता है
वो,
राइट
हाँ, दादी माँ के साथ रहते। तो छोटू के भी अगर आप देखोगे तो उसके बातें करने में वो समझ में आता है कि आप हमारे गेस्ट हो, आप ये रहो यहाँ रहो, वो उससे आता है कि वो कितने, क्योंकि वो स्टेशन पे ही रहता है तो वहाँ वो अलग अलग लोगों से मिलता होगा
राइट
और उनको वो चीजें खाने की देता होगा या जो भी है। तो वो उसके कैरेक्टर में झलक के आता है, जहाँ अब्दुल एट द सेम टाइम अगेन अट्रीब्यूट टू मजर खान फिल्म एंड वो चीजें है, बट
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा
वो,
यू
हाँ
मीन मजार खान शान वाला
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
ओके ओके
तो 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 वो चीजें होने के बावजूद बट उनका कितना अच्छा है दिखा है कि हाँ ठीक है, वो अपनी मजबूरी के लिए अपने उस पे ट्रेवल कर रहा है क्योंकि वो
हम्म
गरीब है, और
हम्म
जबकि उसके पैर है सही सलामत, पर वो इंसान अच्छा है।
करेक्ट
ऐसा नहीं कि वो जस्ट बिकॉज लोगों से झूठ मांग बोल के पैसे मांग रहा है जो भी है, उसके बावजूद वो फूल के साथ कुछ गलत बिहेव कर रहे हैं।
right so that brings yet another aspect of
हाँ,
realism
ये
which is
Yeah.
हाँ रियलिज्म
हाँ
और ह्यूमन साइड जो इनका है
हाँ
कि
right
वो लोग भी एक वल्नरेबल सिचुएशन में ही है उनकी जिंदगी में।
हम्म
इट्स नॉट दैट दे आर नॉट सफरिंग थ्रू समथिंग, दे आर आल्सो होमलेस एक्चुअली।
हाँ
Like Chotu has other issues with his family or whatever, he's staying here, he's working when he's a
right
small kid,
right
and Abdul doing this there. But despite that, उन लोग ने ऐसा नहीं सोचा कि कोई भी फायदा उठा ले हम उस चीज
correct correct
का।
brilliant
और
yeah
जो बच्चा है वो दीपक का दोस्त है जो जया का साथ देता है, वो भी ऐसा नहीं है कि वो कोई गलत तरीके से क्योंकि उसको मौका मिल रहा है, नहीं, वो उसकी मदद कर रहा है। वो बोलते हैं ना कि लव हैज डिफरेंट फेसेस,
हाँ
राइट? It doesn't have to complete in a way. It doesn't have to have a destination. It's just a process and a journey. तो वो
हम्म
उसका तरीका था जो उसने अपने दोस्त की इज्जत रखते हुए भी, जया के साथ भी अपनी गरिमा रखते हुए चीजें की। हाँ,
हम्म
तो हाँ, तो या तो काफी काफी अगर मैं देखूँ तो इट्स लाइक कभी कभी हम बोलते हैं ना कि जब फीमेल कैरेक्टर फीमेल जब डायरेक्ट करती है चीजों को, तो वो
हम्म
मर्द के अंदर की भी औरत जो रहती है वो अच्छे से निकाल लेती है।
हम्म।
तो
Yeah, I
या
think that is the beauty of the direction and the artistic prowess
या
of Kiran Rao. हालांकि
यस,
इट्स सेंटर्ड अराउंड टू मेन वुमेन बट मेन जो हैं इनको भी अलग एक यूनिक तरीके से एक
ट्रू।
एम्पैथेटिक तरीके से दिखाया है, राइट? या सो कमिंग टू राकेश, हैव यू सीन लापता लेडीज? what will be your three best words you can pick for describing this film?
I would say that whether it's, can I just say one line? The line will
Yeah,
be
sure.
the line will be the opposite of patriarchy is not matriarchy, it's equality. What I got from the movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah,
Beautiful.
and the everyone is saying about the movie. Like I heard Ajay sir also told. Then just one thing that I feel that movie lacks is they could have worked better in the dialogues. The plot is based on MP and Chhattisgarh, and the
Hmm.
Goli there is kind of Bundelkhandi. You can see that it's a good reflection in Pansing Tomar.
Mm-hmm.
You
The
can
accent, the dialect you
if
are
you
saying,
compare both the movies, like
okay.
exactly, that's the only lacuna what I feel. But otherwise the music is really good, and I love that movie. And
Hmm.
what I feel that there is a innocence in each and every character. And
Hmm.
like there is a scene where the old woman says that हमारे पसंद का भी कभी खाना बना है क्या, अब तो हम
Hmm.
भूल भी गए हमको क्या पसंद है.
Right.
Those lines
Yeah.
are like
Because, yeah.
there is a innocence. Yeah, I really like that scenes. But that's the thing only. I feel that only dialogues could have been better.
Okay. But I
Yeah,
think what Kiran Rao has tried to bring forth is basically the way these characters are interacting. Dialect can be
yeah,
diffused. Yeah, it's basically the connect through emotions. And that is what I felt.
yeah,
Till the time you told about dialect, I was not actually, thinking about on those lines. I don't know whether गरिमा आप तो उसी जगह से लगभग उसी जगह से हैं आसपास. Did you ever feel that okay, there was this kind of authenticity which was missing in terms of the people talking to each other in the language, in the dialect? Did you ever feel that?
नहीं, क्योंकि इन्होंने जब मूवी स्टार्ट होती है तो इन्होंने एक दूसरा ही प्रदेश दिखाया है, तो वो बोल नहीं रहे कि वो एमपी या छत्तीसगढ़ से हैं. और दूसरी चीज, जैसे उन्होंने बोला बुंदेलखंडी का प्रॉब्लम ये होता है कि बुंदेलखंडी सबको वैसे समझ नहीं आती. सो पान
Hmm.
सिंह तोमर की अगर मैं बात करूँ, तो जब वो मैंने मूवी देखी थी अपने हस्बैंड के साथ, तो मेरे हस्बैंड को आधे डायलॉग समझ ही नहीं आ रहे थे कि वो क्या बोल रहे हैं. तो
Hmm.
वो भी
Hmm.
एक
Hmm.
प्रॉब्लम
yeah,
है, और शायद उसको इजी वे में दिखाने के
Hmm.
लिए उन्होंने इतना बुंदेलखंडी नहीं यूज किया. काफी जगह पे बुंदेलखंडी कुछ वर्ड्स वो बोलते हैं, बट हाँ,
Hmm.
पूरा तो वैसे नहीं बोल सकते, तो मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम लगी नहीं.
I think the
yeah,
film, transcends the barrier of the dialect of the language. वो कोशिश करता
yeah.
है ये फिल्म. चलिए, अच्छा खासा डिस्कशन हुआ लापता के बारे में. बट या कमिंग नेक्स्ट टू द टॉपिक ऑफ चमकीला. So Chamkila is another film which is pretty different from what Imtiaz has tried in the past, right? Imtiaz के movies जो हैं based around travel, self-discovery, but this is one film where he has actually attempted a biopic. biopic of an underdog musician who became the Elvis Presley of Punjab, right? With his sheer talent, लोगों को पसंद आया था. But what do you think? Why did this movie click? This movie is very centric. It's very centric to that particular belt of India, right? Punjab जो होता है. But still it clicked with the audience. It resonated with the audience. बहुत पसंद किया लोगों ने. हालांकि वो एक OTT release था. Coming to Ajay. Ajay, have you seen Chamkila on Netflix?
Yeah, it's been a while. I thought, I mean, I think I probably have taken some notes while I remember taking some timestamps while kind of looking at Chamkila. In all honesty, to answer your question, Avan, Chamkila is probably a parallel version of Rockstar, isn't it? It also kind of resonated very well with me in terms of I would consider it as a docu-movie to a certain extent.
Yeah.
The interlacing between the animations, for instance. I think there was flashbacks, the whole technique of movie making, the narratives, including the perspectives from Chamkila's band members who share the triumphs and trials of his career.
Right.
I think it was very, very relatable from an underdog perspective. I could also kind of connect it to some of the pushbacks recent singers have got, like Honey Singh or even Badshah. They have the same complaints against them for corrupting the society and kind of the morality of the society. Absolutely. And I'm not from that era, but I do think it probably was similar to what Honey Singh would be for the generation he was for Chamkila. Although Chamkila's journey was based on his personal experience because of the things that he saw from his childhood, and that reflected in his lyrics.
Because it's a society that you grew up in.
Absolutely. So going back to your question, I thought it was kind of a underdog story. Absolutely, I don't think there was any doubt about the fact that it was an underdog story. But I would say if I were to kind of summarize it in one sentence, the whole movie is like a melody that rocked the foundation of a nation. It couldn't kind of, I mean, I don't understand Punjabi. I can't speak Hindi very well. I mean, I try to, but I can't. But I could really get into the vibe and the feeling of the lyrics. Although it was translated on the screen and it was getting subtitled as we speak, as we saw the movie, I thought I could definitely connect with the energy of the music. So I'm not surprised. His whole life was like a melody that rocked that particular state and reflected the hidden aspirations of the people who kind of do things behind the back. I'll just look at some of the timestamps. I think there was a timestamp where I think I'm just looking at my notes. A person becomes dear after he's dead. I think this was a timestamp at 24 minutes.
I think Tika is this.
Yeah.
The character of
and
Anjum Batra.
And the scene about the journalist, where he first meets the journalist, I think it was in London or in Canada, one of the situations. I think I think the summary of that scene was Chamkila's reality is not the same. It does not reflect the same morality of the journalist.
Correct.
The journalist is coming such a moral patronizing moral tone, whereas Chamkila's reality was completely different, and he was so innocent in conveying his reality to that journalist. I thought that was a brilliant scene. And who listens to what it's not he's just catering to the audience needs. He's just respecting the audience. I thought that was a brilliant way of looking at things. And so it's a reflective of the society today as well, isn't it? People tend to judge by what you see and watch. It's not like that. Sometimes it could be quite simple and plain. I think those were my thoughts, to be honest.
Thank you, Ajay. Kayo, coming to Chamkila's Amarjot, right?
Yeah.
So, Amarjot के बारे में क्या कहना चाहोगे? Of course, परिणीति ने ये जो अदाकारी किया है, I think that has become people are liking it, and of course she's now on the she's now in different talks, she's now in different conversation. लोग उनको शायद भूल गए थे इस दौरान, but I think she has made a good comeback, if you can say like that. तो आपको क्या कहना है इस बारे में?
सो अमरजोत के बारे में मैंने एक चीज लिखी भी थी कि जब वो पहली बार जब उसका इंट्रोडक्शन होता है, तो वो एक बुक है उसका, चित्ता लहू, so which is a satirical book basically on the society and everything. And जब वो लास्ट, मैं वो बुक का नाम बोलता, मैंने लिखा है मेरे इंस्टाग्राम पे,
I
जब
saw
वो
that. That was a
लास्ट
fantastic observation. Yeah.
थैंक यू so last scene before she was shot, so she is reading a pulp fiction novel which is like मेरी भर जाएगा तलाक, that is my
Right, right. They show
sister-in-law's
the book
divorce.
cover.
तो
हाँ,
वो उसका कैरेक्टर आर्क जो ट्रेवल करता है फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट सीन, जब वो चमकीला को मिलती है, वहां से उसके साथ रह के जिस तरह के गाने, आप सही गलत वो उसके परे है, पर जो उसकी जर्नी रही है वहां से वो पल्प फिक्शन पे आना, लाइक मेरी भर जाएगा तलाक, सो
हाँ,
ये sums up like how her journey has been through all this thing, and she not knowing about his marriage and everything. तो वो इजी भी नहीं रहा है उसके लिए भी.
right.
हम ये फिल्म देख रहे हैं चमकीला के नजरिए से,
Correct.
बट उसके लिए कितनी डिफिकल्टी रही होगी जहाँ उसको पता चला है कि उसकी एक और बीवी है, उसका बच्चा है या जो भी
Family
है,
है.
तो
Right.
फैमिली है. एंड दैट के उसने एक्चुअली ने चमकीला ने वो टाइम पे सिर्फ उनकी जोड़ी बनाए रखने के लिए वो चीज कर दी थी कि शादी कर ली थी, या जो भी दिखाया इसमें. हालांकि जो जोड़ी फिल्म बनी थी सेम कॉन्सेप्ट पे जो पंजाबी है, उसमें थोड़ा अलग दिखाया है, बट वहां पे प्यार हुआ वो सब चीज है, बट यहाँ जो चीज दिखाई है वो बात करें तो वो उसके लिए भी बहुत डिफिकल्ट रहा है, बट फिर भी वो उसके साथ खड़ी रही. एंड
Right.
तो चमकीला उतना लड़ भी पाए, एक टाइम के बाद वो नम हो चुका था कि भाई जो करना है कर लो. वो एक रीजन ये भी था कि अमरजोत उसके साथ थी.
Right.
कभी
उसके
कभी
companion,
जो चीजें होती है ना कि जो
anchor.
हमारे साथ खड़ा होता है कि उतना दिखता नहीं है, बट होता बहुत जरूर, वो अंदर महसूस ज्यादा हो.
Right.
तो अमरजोत वाज दैट के लाइक जो उसका पिलर बन के खड़ी थी उसके साथ, कि सब ये हो गए फिर भी हाँ कि वो है एटलीस्ट.
Thank you.
एंड शी एक्टेड रियली वेल.
Really.
मतलब मैंने
Yeah.
एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था आफ्टर वो, दो आई लाइक हर इन संदीप एंड और पिंकी फरार, बट जो बीच में उसकी चॉइसेस थी वो कहीं भी जा रही थी, बट शी इज बैक एंड शी गेन वेट फॉर दिस रोल टू मैच हर एंड एवरीथिंग, लाइक 3
Right.
kgs. So
Right.
and for heroines this is very tough, like हम कितना ही बोल ले कि ये, बट उनको गेन करके वापस ये करना, क्योंकि हमारी इंडस्ट्री बहुत ब्रूटल है,
Correct.
तो ये करना, सो इट्स रियली गुड.
Yeah.
गुड
Thanks.
चॉइस.
Yeah. Thanks for those important observations. That weight gain part
Can
मैं
I
भूल
add
गया
one
था.
observation, Avan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one observation to add on to Kayo's thing was broken mirrors. I don't know if you've noticed. I think there are moments where broken mirrors are shown throughout the movie. I think it kind of probably, I would say it's like a Chamkila's fractured identity. I mean, that's my interpretation. I don't know if it was deliberate on behalf of Imtiaz, and the tumultuous nature of his fame, the frivolous nature of his fame. I think the broken mirrors definitely reflects the different facets of its life, from his public persona to his private struggles. It kind of illustrates how fame fragments a sense of self. I think I just wanted to kind of put that that was there on one of my notes as well. Yeah.
Thanks, Ajay. Coming to Garima, Garima, your best thing about Chamkila.
Oh God, I don't have any fancy words जैसे इन्होंने बोले, but
Come on, you made so much of character sketches. That is hovering on movie cafe.
वो मैं बनाती हूँ और भूल जाती हूँ, नाउ आई डोंट रिमेम्बर। बट मुझे एक चीज जो बहुत ही अच्छी लगी कि स्टार्टिंग में व्हेन वी सी दिलजीत कैरेक्टर, जो कि ही इज वेरी इनोसेंट, ही जस्ट वांट्स टू मेक मनी, उसका वो ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहा है। ही इज लाइक ओके पैसा मिल रहा है एंड मैं कुछ डिफरेंट कर लेता हूँ। बट लेटर ऑन वो जो लास्ट के आई थिंक लास्ट एपिसोड सॉरी लास्ट के जो 30 मिनट्स हैं उसमें, हाँ वो उसमें जब वो कनाडा जाता है और उसे पता चलता है कि ही इज वेरी फेमस एंड अमिताभ बच्चन ने जहाँ पे आए थे अब वहीं पे उसको इतने एक्स्ट्रा सीट्स लगाने पड़े, एंड देन जिस तरह से उसका एकदम वो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल बूस्ट अप हो जाता है ना कि ओके नाउ आई एम फेमस, पीपल आर लविंग मी एंड मैं अब अपने हिसाब से करूंगा। सो वो दिलजीत ने जिस तरह से उसका पूरा कैरेक्टर चेंज होता है लास्ट में, मुझे वो लास्ट पार्ट बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। सैडली वी ऑल न्यू कि वो मरने ही वाला है, बट हाँ मुझे वो पार्ट ज्यादा मजेदार लगा जब
it was a bit unconventional. It starts from their assassination, goes to the flashback, again comes back to the same point. I think that's a distinct narrative style of Imtiaz Ali. I think Rockstar में भी शायद उन्होंने वो चीज employ किया था. In the beginning we see Jordan getting arrested and then it comes to the flashback and again वो फिर से वही point पे आ जाता है. So that's unique style of Chamkila. And इस दौरान I realized that when we were discussing about Chamkila, we never uttered Diljit Dosanjh's name. Garima, you were the first one who told about Diljit. मैं भूल गया था because I was only Chamkila and of course थोड़ा सा अमरजोत और परिणीति के बारे में याद आ गया मुझे. So we don't have much time. We have just 2 minutes left. Rakesh, any concluding note from you on Chamkila, please?
Yeah.
Rakesh, you are on. Please.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Yeah.
I feel that it's a typical Imtiaz Ali movie, like too much similarities with Rockstar. When there is a back angle shot where in Rockstar Ranbir Kapoor just puts up his guitar, and here Chamkila's character in Diljit also puts up that. I don't remember that. That's the thing, na, right? He used to play that sound. Yes. Garima ma'am got it. Yeah, that one. I don't know that name actually, but I like that. And another thing, what I feel that in Imtiaz Ali's characterization, he doesn't want to put a lot of effort in like the other characters. Except the main characters, they don't want to put extra, like when Chamkila shows are going on, the people who are in the means like the side characters who are there at the audience, they don't want to put extra effort. They're just, I mean, it looks quite natural and organic when it seems like it's going on a village and they're really enjoying that.
He creates a very believable world. Right.
Exactly. My point is there. He creates a very believable world, and music. No one mentioned that, but I will mention because I am a big A.R. Rahman fan. Yeah.
Of course, A.R. Rahman and Chamkila, they go hand in hand as well. He's the soul of the movie. So yeah, thank you, Rakesh. We don't have much time. We have less than 30 seconds. But yes, to start off with the Talkathon of this season, it was a wonderful session discussing with all of you about the wonderful films that good small budget films, but